ESPN's 30 for 30 broke an in-depth look at athletes' struggles off the field. Antoine Walker made $110 million over 13 seasons in the NBA. Unfortunately, like many other former athletes, Walker lost his millions, and he joins us now to share his story. Stephen A., you have the question.
Well, first of all, Antoine, appreciate you coming on the show and being open and willing to tell your story. A lot of people in America would like to know, number one, how you lost your money, and number two, how much money did you lose?
Well, everybody has their misconceptions of how, myself and, athletes lose their money. Me personally, I was involved in a lot of real estate projects with the banks where I was the personal guarantor for the loans. And when the recession hit back in 2007, 2008, the banks went really hard after the money, and I was the personal guarantor of them. It was probably like 7 to 8 banks that we had loans with, and it kind of, hit me all at once, and I had to pay back the money. So, everybody's situation is different, but that's pretty much was the down spiral of mine, just bad real estate investments.
So did you lose all of the $110 million that you earned in your career?
Well, it's different. You don't necessarily lose all you've earned. What ends up happening is that, you create a lifestyle for yourself in which you live in a certain way. You're spending a lot of money as you're living through a 13-year NBA career. But also, the big assets and the things that I did own big were guaranteed through the bank. So obviously, they wanted their money, they wanted their assets back. So it really put me in a tough predicament, in a tough position.
So, Antoine, are you saying that you're mostly blaming your financial advisors who put you in the real estate deals to begin with?
No, I don't blame them. I blame more so myself. I think the one thing that going through this process and going through, I think the one thing that's very difficult to do is to do investments while you're playing basketball. I think if it was one thing I would tell any young guy or anybody that's playing and making money right now, wait till the end of your career to start investing and trying to make money, off the field or off the court. By me not being able to watch over everything, watch all the moves, be on top of all the court decisions and things like that, and just playing and unaware of so many things that were going on, it makes it very tough to manage. So I think that's one thing. So I'm more mad at myself more so than my financial advisor. Because it was a point in time where the market was real good. The things that we were buying, we were able to flip and make a lot of different money on commercial property, and it just went bad. And I wasn't the only one in the world that did that. I mean, it was Fortune 500 companies that went bad, and I think a lot of people don't understand that sometimes when those situations happen. But if you're not there to watch it, bad things are going to happen.
And Antoine,
well, Antoine, you alluded to the fact that primarily due to your real estate investments, that was the primary cause, rather, of why you had lost so much money. But the operative word there is primary, which means that it's not the only way that you lost some of your money. What were the other things that contributed to you losing the money that you earned in your playing career?
Well, I think one, obviously, I lived a very lavish lifestyle through my NBA career. I always enjoyed nice things. I had nice things. I think, through my story, and a lot of people don't know, a lot of people think I lost my money gambling. That was not the case at all. I lost a significant amount of money gambling, $700,000 to $800,000, but that was not the bulk of my income of money that I had. The timing was very bad, and when it happened, because I was already dealing with the real estate stuff, so when you add that, people started to think that, oh, he's lost, millions in gambling. No, it was a significant amount of money. It was $700,000 to $800,000, but it was not the cause of me filing bankruptcy, and I think a lot of people don't understand that.
The other one, excuse me for a second, I want to piggyback off of that and ask you this, Antoine. It was not only the investment, the real estate investment, but the lavish lifestyle. What about the individuals? Everybody, anytime we look at professional athletes, we think about the hanger-ons, the people that were your friends in your clique that you essentially financed. Can you talk to that at all and talk about how many people that you were actually taking care of? And I'm not just talking about family members, because we all understand that, but others as well.
Well, outside my family members, definitely took care of my friends. When you
How many?
come from the inner city, it's hard to say. I mean, I've counted, I would say, 10 to 15 people. I mean, I took care of on a consistent basis outside of my family, just friends traveling, helping them out with their needs and things and their wants. So it's a combination of things that you go through to kind of eat up your money. We travel privately, we travel and stay in the best hotels. I mean, it's a combination of things that you go through throughout your career and throughout hanging out and with your friends that you just never know, and it kind of comes back to you and kind of catch up with you at the end.
I'm not asking these questions to be too invasive, but I want everybody, and as I'm sure you do, you want people to learn from the mistakes that you make. That's why, we really appreciate you coming on and telling your story. When you talk about taking care of those 10 to 15 friends of yours, just them alone, how much money would you say they cost you?
I would say a couple $1 million. I mean, over the career. I mean, we traveled a lot. You're always going to get hit with the random, business, they got business ideas that they want to try out. Everybody wants to look good, travel good, helping them out, getting a car. It's a lot of different things that, different friends that you meet and you encounter that comes across. So it just depends on how you decide to help them. I'm a free-spirited person. I'm a very loyal friend. I come from the inner city that you really didn't have much, and I also wanted my friends to enjoy some of the lavish things in life. I mean, we grew up together. We grew up in where it's very, tough for us to get out the neighborhood. So when I made it, I wanted to make sure my guys got to enjoy it too as well.
All right, Antoine Walker, thank you for joining us and sharing your story. Definitely sobering.